بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا خطاب افتح درجة واحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضاه. إخوتي في الله حفظكم الله. مضت أيام ما أخذنا شيئا من كتاب الحيض الذي نحن كنا فيه. A lot of days went by, we haven't taken anything from the chapter of Hayd, of menstruation that we've been in. نأخذ شيئا يسيرا اليوم. Today we'll take something. Take a little bit today. جاء في الصحيح من حديث عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت: خرجنا مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لا نرى إلا الحج حتى إذا كنا بسرف أو قريبا منها حضت. عائشة رضي الله عنها, she says that they left out with the Prophet in Medina. They're going to Mecca للحج. ما نرى إلا الحج, يعني ما عرفوا, ما كان العمرة مع الحج آنذاك. ما نرى إلا الحج. We don't know anything except حج. ما لك يا زيد, اجلس اهداء. Until we were close to this place called Sarif, we were at Sarif, or we were close to it, her menses came. Hittu, her menses came. When her menses came, it's going to restrict her. So يمنعها من بعد الأحكام الحج. It's going to prevent her from some of the things of Hajj. فدخل علي النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وأنا أبكي. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he came, he entered upon me, he approached me, and I was crying. And he تبكي على عبادات. على عبادات تفوتها. She's crying because some of the things of ibadah, she's not going to be able to complete al-Hajj. يعني يوم عظيم, رحلة عظيمة, ibadah عظيمة, and this great act of worship. There's certain things she's going to be barred from. She's crying about that. فقال أنفستي, the Prophet تفطن لهذا, said, did you, يعني أنفستي يعني أحضتي, did you have your menses, يعني الحيض? قلت نعم, she said yes. فقال, وهو شاهد الحديث, إن هذا شيء كتبه الله على بنات آدم. This is something that Allah wrote down and decreed over all the daughters of Adam. All the children of Adam, Adam and Eve, Adam and Hawa, all the girls, they have hayd. This is something Allah decreed. نعم. فقال فقدي ما يقضي الحاج غير أن لا تطوفي بالبيت. She said, do everything, complete everything that the one makes Hajj does, except don't go around the Kaaba. حتى تغتسلي, until your hayd stops and until you take a bath. The woman, when she has her menses, ماذا؟ هي لا تصلي, she can't pray. ولا تصوم, and she can't what, fast. ولكن من ذاك هي لا تطوف البيت, she doesn't go around the Kaaba. نعم. حتى تغتسل. نعم. فمن هذا يا إخوتي في الله, بعض الأهل العلم يرون أن مبدأ الحيض من أمنا حواء رضي الله عنها. From this, some people have now to see that the beginning of hayd, the beginning of it, بدايته كان في أمنا, and our mother Hawa, that you saw Eve. Adam and Eve. Now it started from way back then. نعم. ثم اختلفوا في بعض الأمور منها. They disagreed in many affairs concerning حيض. منها من حيث الابتداء والانتهاء، من حيث السن. ما هو أقل السن المرأة يأتيها الحيض؟ وما هو أكبر السن؟ What's the least age that a girl could be in when she has her haid? What's the least age? بعضهم يقول 9 سنين. Some of them said 9 years old. وما هو أكثر سن? What's the oldest that a woman could be if she's still having a haid? بعضهم يقول 50. نعم. ولكن الصحيح لا حد لأقله ولا حد لأكثره. إن جاءت الضم بصفات الحيض فهي ماذا؟ حيض. The truth of the matter is that there's no limitation to the least age or the greater age. If a woman, if the blood comes, no matter what the age is, if it's less than 9, over 9, more than 50, and it had the descriptions of menses, it's menses. They have descriptions of menses, it's menses. تعرف أحد جاءتها حيض وهي 9 سنين? You know anybody her haid came, she was 9 years old? عائشة رضي الله عنها, the Prophet's wife. كم كان عمر عائشة لما عقد عليها النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم? How old was Aisha when the Prophet married her? عقد عليها 6 سنين. She was 6 years old when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam just did the marriage contract, but didn't have relations with her, just a marriage contract. How old was she when the Prophet started having relations with her? How old was she? كم مضى من عمرها؟ 9 سنين. She was 9 years old. And she was 9 years old لما جاءها الحيض. She was 9 years old when her menses came. من الذي جعل فيها حيض في هذا السن؟ من الذي أجاءها بهذا الحيض؟ من الذي خلق فيها هذا الحيض؟ من؟ Who is the one that made her have this menses at this age? ما معنى حيض؟ ما معنى حيض؟ That when حيض المرأة يعني تحمل. نعم. What does it mean when a woman has her menses that she gets pregnant? She gets pregnant because she has menses, she has a whole cycle, ovulation, and everything that comes with that. نعم. طيب. فالصبي متى الصبي يأكل اللحم والخبز؟ إذا جاءه الأسنان. نعم. جاءه الأسنان إيش المعنى؟ نعم. A young child, when can he eat meat and bread and crackers and things like that? His teeth comes. He has teeth. Eat whatever you want to eat. He has teeth. But like it differs. هو يختلف. بعض الأولاد يأتي الأسنان مبكر. بعضهم يتأخر. نعم. Some children, their teeth come at the first year. نعم. Some it delays. لكن كلهم من المولى. All of it is from Allah سبحانه وتعالى. نعم. فالأسنان يدل على وقت الأكل. نعم. طعام. نعم. When somebody gets teeth, it shows that they can do what? That they can eat. طيب متى الصبي يمشي؟ إذا قام وقدر عليه. نعم. When can a child walk? When can he walk? إذا قدر عليه. If he's able to walk, if he's able to stand up, and he starts learning how to walk, فبها ونعمة. It's all good. بعضهم يتأخر. بعضهم ما شاء الله يعني ينطلق. Some of them they delay in walking. Some of them, mashallah. كانوا في بعض البلدان إذا تأخر الولد في المشي يعطونهم الدخن. تعرف الدخن يا عبد الكريم، يا عمنا محمد؟ ما شاء الله دخن قوي. نعم. ايش يسمى هذا في الانجليزي؟ انا قد نسيت الدخن، انا قد نسيت. No, I forget. Every time I forget. But they give the kids dukhan. And the dukhan is not like flour. It's not like daqiq or bur. Naam, strong. Naam. They put it in. They put it in the child's bottle. They have the child drink it. It makes them strong. Naam. So the children, يختلف. So when a child's legs get strong, he's able to walk. If his teeth come, he's able to what? He's able to eat. طيب وإذا جاء الحيض، نعم، إذا جاء الحيض، نعم. If a menses come، ما معنى هذا؟ Who made the teeth come? Allah. Who made this baby stand up and start walking? You want him to call someone? They just get up, up and down the stairs. You have to follow them. They go up the stairs. They run out in the street. نعم. طيب وهكذا الحيض. نعم. فنبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم تزوج عائشة وهي 9 سنين. ممكن عندنا هذا غرابة. نعم، لا بأس إن كان غريبا. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he married Aisha when she was 9 years old. He married her when she was 6, consummated the marriage, started having relations with her when she was 9. But when she's 9, that's when she's 9. Somebody else might be 10. Somebody else might be 11 or 12 or 13. تختلف. It's different. ولكن this is when she was a woman. يجب عليها الصلاة الصيام. She's a woman at this age. She has to pray. Na'am. She has to fast when Ramadan comes. Na'am. فبارك الله فيكم. You don't just look. ما ينظر بس في الحيض إن كان المرأة صالح للزواج. You don't just look at the fact that a woman has a menses, that she's suitable for marriage. ينظر إلى بنيتها. You see if she's strong. نعم. وحتى إلى عقلها. نعم. هل هي تعرف إيش هو الزواج؟ تتحمل الزواج ومسؤوليتها. You look at her size, you look at her body, is she fit for marriage? You look at her intellect, is she fit for marriage? وإن كانت صالح للزواج، الزواج طيب. نعم. فلا أحد يتحرج من هذا. Nobody feel funny or feel inconvenienced. And نبينا محمد رحمة للعالمين, the most merciful, the one that was sent as a mercy to mankind, married Aisha at 9 years old. That's when a woman is salih for zawaj, when she has her menses. نعم. كان المشركون, the mushrikun, the disbelievers at that time, كانوا يصبون رسول الله ويعيبون عليه أمور. They used to call the Prophet all kinds of names. Sammahu kahin. So he's a fortune teller. Sahir, he's a magician. Mashoor, that he's sick and he's majnoon. They call him all kinds of names. ما لاموه على تزويج عائشة في هذا السن. وهم يبغضونه أشد البغض ويبالغونه أكاذيب. وأما هذا ما تطرقوا لها لأن ما فيها عيب. ما فيها شيء. They were calling the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam all kinds of names, lying on him, exaggerating, making fabrications on him. But concerning him marrying Aisha at 9 years old, his greatest of enemies said nothing about that because there was nothing wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with it. وإلى اليوم there's nothing wrong with it. إلا أن الأعراف والعادات تختلف. There's nothing wrong with it except that the customs of people, they differ. The customs of people, they differ. ولكن الرجل إن كان الرجل في 15 سنة أو 14 سنة هو نفس الرجل وهو 25 وهو نفس الرجل وهو 35 أو 45 أو 55. نعم، هو الرجل. نعم. He's the same man whether he's 15 or 25 or 35 or 45 or 55. نعم. لكن في هذا البلد if there was a man that was 15 and he married a girl that was 14 or 13, they would go, okay. But if she's 14, 13, he's 25, they would go, oh. If he was 35, they would go, oh. If he was 45, they would say he's a مريض. If he was 55, they would go, هو تعبان. نفس الرجل. مالك؟ نفس الرجل أعقل أرحم. مالك؟ He's a man. He's a man. Does 55 mean that he's going to be heavy? No, I don't have. No. 55 doesn't mean that he's going to be heavy. Doesn't mean that he's going to be tall. نعم، هذا حقيقة الأمر. نعم. ولكن العادات تختلف. The customs they differ. Customs differ. نعم. ولكن what do you think about a man that's 20, a man that's 15? It's like he's a young man. And a man that's 35. Who do you think knows more about manhood? من هو أكبر رجل بالمسؤولية. نعم. وبالمعرفة بالنساء وبالرفق وباللين, with mercy, how to treat a woman, how to take care of her, how to speak with her, how to deal with her. ما فيها شيء. There's nothing wrong with it. نعم. لكن that's where we come from. نعم. ولكن الله سبحانه الشاهد من هذا كله. When a woman reaches her menses, this is a sign that she's a woman. If a woman جاءها الحيض, if her menses comes, if her menses comes, she's a woman. نعم. She's able to get pregnant. نعم. So she's able to get pregnant. طريقة الحمل يسمى هذا الزواج. نعم، هذا الزواج. لا طريق إلى هذا إلا بالحل. نعم. قالت مريم ماذا؟ ولم يمسسني بشر ولم أكو بغية. يعني لماذا ذكر يعني اثنين؟ كيف أول آية؟ قالت رب أن يكون لي غلام. She said, how can I have a child? ولم يمسسني بشر يعني حلا حلال. ولم أكو بغية يعني حرام. نعم. How can I have a child, man, I'm saying, when no man has ever touched me? You know, I mean, on the sabil of halal, meaning marriage. ولم أكو بغية. I'm not a fornicator. I don't do that. So if a woman, she's able to get pregnant. Woman, she's able to get pregnant and the الحيض. نعم. فهي صالح للزواج. صالح للزواج. رب العالمين. نعم. She's suitable to get married. Like we said, that's not the only thing you take into consideration. لا تعتبر هذا بس. لا تعتبر حيضها بس. صحتها وبنيتها وأمور أخرى. Consider her health and consider everything else. طيب يا إخوة. فلا حد في أقل الحيض ولا في أكثرها. If it comes when somebody is 8 years old and it has this description of haid, it's haid. If a woman is over 40 or 45 or 50, ولها صفات الحيض هو حيض. If a woman is over 50 and still has the descriptions of menstruation, still have those descriptions, it's menstruation. طيب اختلفوا كذلك في الأيام. ما هو أقل الأيام تأتي حيض وأكثر الأيام? How many days does a mens come? How many days does the haid come? نعم. والصحيح لا حد في أقلها ولا حد في أكثرها. والصحيح that there's no limitation in the lesser amount. If it came 1 or 2 days, But the description of the blood of menses is hayd. And if it goes more than 7 days or 8 days with the description of that blood, that's what it is. Like an عادة, normally it lasts with a woman 7 days, 5 days, 8 days. Some women bleed heavily, some lightly. كلها تختلف. كلها تختلف. المهم, if the hayd comes, المرأة تترك الصلاة. If the hayd comes, she leaves off the salah. والصيام, she can't fast. والجماع, she can't have relations with her husband during those days. متى تبدأ تصلي وتصوم ويحصل لها الجماع من زوجها? When does she start? When can she, when the hayd is over, when does she start to do these things again? لا يكفي انقطاع الدم. It's not just sufficient that the blood stops. لكن لابد تغتسل. She has to take a bath. She has to take a bath also. نعم. اختلفوا ولكن هذا هو الصحيح. نعم. Is it sufficient that a woman, if she has a hayd and then blood stops and she makes wudu, can she pray? Can she تصلي? لا, الوضوء لا ترفع الحدث الأكبر. نعم. Wudu is not sufficient for raising up off this major impurity. She has to make wudu. وكذلك مع الصيام. كيف بارك الله فيك, if a woman had hayd and she stopped having relations with her husband, then the hayd stopped. المرأة يأتيها قصة بيضاء. نعم. والنساء, ممكن كثير من النساء الكافرات ما عرفنا هذه قصة بيضاء إلا بعد أن أسلمنا. أن هناك قصة بيضاء, هناك مزاج يعني أبيض يأتي يبين أن الدم قد انقطع. نعم. A woman, after she has her menses, there's a white fluid that comes from her that shows that she's purified and the blood is over. Many women, while they were disbelievers, they never even knew that came. Nah. But while they're Muslim, you have to look for this. A Muslim woman looks for this. She looks for this white liquid that comes from her that shows that the blood is over. Now she's pure. When she gets this purity, she has to take a bath. She can't just what? Barakallahu fikum, just make wudu and have relations with her husband. No. فعندي سؤال. كيف التيمم؟ هل يجوز لها أن تتيمم؟ Can she make tayammum? When you did. Right, either wajibat, if it's no water, nah, she has to pray. Nah. So she can make tayammum and make salah. She can make tayammum and fast if there's no water, and she can make tayammum and have relations with her husband. But if the water comes, بطلت التيمم وهي تغتسل. If the water comes, she has to use the water and take a bath. نقرأ الآية. الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول يسألونك عن المحيض. They ask you about the hayd. نعم. قل هو أذى. Say that it is impurity. فاعتزلوا النساء في المحيض. So stay away from the women while they're having their menses, meaning don't have relations with them. ولا تقربوهن حتى يطهرن. Don't go close to them until they become clean. حتى يطهرن. فإذا تطهرن فأتوهن من حيث أمركم الله. If they become clean, then come to them, have relations with them, however Allah commands you to have relations with them. طيب يا إخوة, عندنا هنا إخوتي في الله شيئا لطيف لا يعني يتنبه لها إلا صاحب اللغة. نعم. حتى يطهرن. طيب القرب هو اتيان. لا بارك الله فيكم. سؤال طيب يا عادل. القرب, don't come close to them, you don't have relations with them. إن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يأمرني أن أعتذر بالإزار وأنا حائض فأعتذر فيباشرني فوق الثياب ويقضي حاجته. هذا جائز. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, when I had my menses, he would tell me to put the izar on and put some clothing on, and he would yubashiruni, and he would go on top of his wife and get close to his wife, and fulfill his desires with his wife, but she has her clothing on. So come close to her, what it means come close means don't have relations. Okay, ما نريد هذا. انظر إلى هذا الفعل يا إخوة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لا تقربوهن حتى يطهرن. Then he says, فإذا تطهرن is on another scale. فالزيادة يقولون الزيادة في البنية زيادة في المعنى. If the verb increases in the scale that is in, it increases in the معنى. حتى يطهرن بمعنى إذا انقطع الدم. فإذا تطهرن إذا اغتسلت. وماذا يفيد هذا؟ ماذا يؤيد هذا؟ Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة. Oh, you who believe, if you want to make the salah, فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق. Wash your faces and wash your arms to the elbows. وامسحوا برؤوسكم, and wipe your heads, meaning make wudu. وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين, and wipe your feet to the ankles. Have a wudu. Allah, وإن كنتم جنبا فطهروا. ما معنى فطهر؟ make wudu again? بمعنى wudu? لا, بمعنى غسل. لا. The woman, she has to make ghusl. هذا درسنا اليوم. في هذا نأخذ شيئا من كتابنا ماذا؟ صفة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. قال المؤلف الشيخ عبد الله العرياني حفظه الله تعالى في صفة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, in the description of the Prophet. This book describes the Prophet, his physical features and his conduct. We finished the areas that describe his physical descriptions. Now we'll look at his akhlaq. قال دعوته صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى مكارم الأخلاق. That the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم used to call to the highest of conduct. نعم. وهذا من الدين. نعم. هذا من الدين. هذا الدين يدعو إلى مكارم الأخلاق. Islam, it calls to the best of conduct. نعم. ففي هذا الدين عبادات ومعاملات. هذا الدين, there's ibadat, there's acts of worship, but there's also mu'amalat, there's a way that you treat one another. Al-ibadat fima baynaka wa bayn Allah. The ibadat, the acts of worship, is between you and Allah. The salah, the wudu, the hajj, the siyam. But there's mu'amalat. There's dealings between you and the khalq. You and your wife, you and your brother. Some of them have to do with مثل salah and wudu. And the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam يقول إذا صلى أحدكم بالناس فليوجز فإن فيكم ذو الحاجة والكبير والضعيف وإذا صلى أحدكم لنفسه فليطول ما شاء. هذا من باب معاملات. He said, if one of you leads the people in the salah, then make it short, because behind them are those that are busy, those that are elderly, those that are weak. You can't make the salah that long. But if you pray by yourself, then make it as long as you want to. That's from mu'amalat. It's from the way that you treat people. يعني الدين لها معاملات كثيرة الذي نغفل عنه. هناك حقوق للجيران وحقوق الزوجات وحقوق الأزواج الرجال، نعم، والأطفال، وهناك معاملات في البيع والشراء. There's rights that people have, the rights of the neighbor, the rights of who, the rights of the wives, the rights of the husbands, so on and so forth. الأخلاق هو كيف أنت تتصرف مع نفسك ومع الخلق وكذلك مع الله. هي كلمة عظيمة. Your akhlaq, your conduct is how you carry yourself, you and your own self. And you and Allah, how you deal with your relationship with Allah and your relationship with the khalq. It's not just people, even animals. Not just people, even animals. تعرف كم من الناس يظلمون أنفسهم على الجهل. How many people oppress themselves? I should think somebody الذي يشرب خمر أكرم نفسه، الذي يشرب دخان أكرم نفسه أهان نفسه. لو نطقت النفوس يقول يا صاحبي قد أعنتني، نعم، يا أنا قد تعبت منك، لو استطاع أن تنطق. People have oppressed themselves. You think somebody that drinks intoxicants, he honored himself? He humiliated his intellect. He humiliated himself. And the one who smokes, if his inner soul can speak, he's like, I'm sick and tired of you. تعبت منك. أنا أبغضك. I don't like you. You make me dizzy. You make me sick. So Islam came to teach people how to treat their own selves, how to treat their parents, how to treat their children. لولا الله وهذا الدين ما عرفنا. If it wasn't for Allah and He sent Islam, we wouldn't know how to treat one another. وكثير من المشاكل الذي عندنا مبني على الجهل بس. جهل. Many of the problems that we have amongst ourselves, in our families, in our marriages, with our children, with our parents, this is based on ignorance. And ما يعرف المعاملة الطيب. He doesn't know how to do it. كم من زوج ما يحسن التصرف. How many husbands he doesn't know how to carry himself. If you ask somebody at the masna, they go, فلان أحسن الناس. إيش؟ That man is the nicest man. Yeah, but he doesn't know how to treat women. He knows how to treat men. He doesn't know how to treat women. Maybe if somebody, he has a son, he doesn't know how to treat a 5-year-old. He probably treat a 5-year-old like a 15-year-old. He can't do that. فجاء الإسلام لهذا. Also, you can't treat your parents like you treat your friends. You can't treat your mother like you treat your father like you treat everybody else. That's your father. I swear, that's your father. The book. So if your father tells you to do something, you might do it even if you don't want to. حتى وإن كان جائز لك. يقول أبي يقول جاء إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ابن عمر يقول يا رسول الله هناك امرأة أحبها وأبي عمر يأمرني بطلاقها وأنا أحبها. فالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم مع أن الحديث أطع أباك. نعم. The Prophet said, obey your father. نعم, obey your father. نعم. وفي عدة أحاديث مثل هذا. نعم. What's the point of doing something? Maybe your father say, listen, you probably have a house that you own. You want to sell it. It's your house. You bought it with your money. And your father said, don't sell it. Now they come there, ask me, and say, I want to sell a house, but my father told me not to sell a house. Is it permissible for me to sell a house? I said, it's permissible for you to sell a house. لكن ايش الفائدة على أنا كراهة أبيك أن يقاطع أبوك؟ ايش الفائدة بالمال كله؟ I said, is it permissible for me to sell a house and my father doesn't want to? I said, it's permissible. Between you and Allah is no blame. But what's the benefit of selling a house and your father don't speak to you no more? And your father's upset with you. What's the benefit? What's the benefit in all the money that you gather up and your father don't speak to you? نعم. فهذه المفاهيم لابد نفهم. كم من نساء المرأة هي تريد تتزوج رجل، أبوها تقول لا 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 لا، وهو رجل صالح. نعم. Maybe a woman, she wants to marry a man, and the father says no, 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 no. طيب هي تريد تتحاكم إلى حاكم. نعم. She wants to go to a judge. This is a رجل صالح. نعم. When you look in the shower, she can do that. Maybe she reached the age that she wants her father still refused. طيب كم من امرأة خالفت أباها وذهب إلى قاضي وزوج هذا الرجل ما هو إلا سنة وسنتين وهو يتخلص منها ويطلقها. أين ترجع؟ أين هي ترجع؟ نعم. How many women they go to the judge and they get permission to marry this man? He's just with her a year, 2 years, then he divorced her. Okay, where's she gonna go back to now? Right. The best thing she can try to do, try to convince your father. Do it بالرضاه. Do it with his pleasure. Now, don't do it and he's upset with you just because it's permissible. You're gonna do it. لا. كل شيء جائز ليس بمعنى افعل. Everything that's permissible doesn't mean just go ahead and do it. لا تعتبر هذه الأشياء. You have to take in consideration these things. I'm taking consideration these things. Nah. Don't overlook your mother and your father and your family. نعم. نقرأ حديث واحد من هذا الباب that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to call to good akhlaq. وأنا لا شك هذا باب كبير. نعم. هو ما يذكر إلا شيئا يسيرا. He only mentions something brief in it, but it's a big chapter. قال الله تعالى الذين يتبعون الرسول النبي الأمي الذي يجدونه مكتوبا عندهم في التوراة والإنجيل. Those that follow the messenger, or the illiterate prophet and messenger, the one that they find is written with them in their books, in the Old Testament and in the New Testament. What does he do? يأمرهم بالمعروف. He commands them with that which is right. وينهاهم عن المنكر. He forbids them from that which is wrong. ويحل لهم الطيبات. He makes permissible for them that which is طيب and good and wholesome. ويحرم عليهم الخبائث. And he makes haram for them that which is repulsive and ugly. ويضع عنهم إصرهم والأغلال التي كانت عليهم. يعني يرفع عنهم التعب والمشقة. He frees them from hardships that they were in. الحديث الذي هو يذكره هو عند الإمام أحمد عن أبي هريرة قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إنما بعثت لأتمم صالح الأخلاق. The Prophet says, I have only been sent to complete صالح الأخلاق, to perfect and to complete good أخلاق. طيب هذا السؤال عندكم. ما معنى إنما؟ ما قال إني بعثت، قال إنما بعثت. ما معنى إنما؟ ماذا يفيد؟ Why did he say إنما؟ لا من قال هذا؟ أنت هذا كريم، أحسنت، ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. لا بد أنكم تفهمون هذا. نعم. كم إنما في القرآن، كم إنما في السنة. نعم. إنما it means حصر. حصر means that it's limited. نعم. The Prophet didn't say I have been sent to complete akhlaq, meaning I have not been sent with anything except to complete akhlaq. كأنه يقول ما بعثت إلا لأتمم مكارم الأخلاق. هذا معنى إنما. إن بمعنى ما وإلا. طيب. إنما, what does إنما mean? It conveys limitation. فمثلا لو قيل لي, if it was said to me, هل تريد حليبا? Do you want milk? I say no. هل تريد عصيرا? I say no. هل تريد شاي? I say no. I say إنما أريد ماء. لو قلت أريد ماء, هو ما زال سيكرر علي هل تريد عصير أيضا وهل تريد حليبا أيضا. نعم. If somebody's asking me, do you want milk? Do you want juice? Do you want tea? I say, I only want water. This is what إنما means. I only want this. If I say I want water, you might say, well, do you want some coffee also with it? You want some tea also with it? But when I say إنما, it's limited. I only want water. What does إنما أريد ماء mean? It means ما أريد إلا ماء. But it's اختصار, والعرب يفضل الاختصار على التطويل وأجمل. نعم. ولكن التطويل أبلغ. نعم. فأحيانا الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول لا إله إلا هو, وأحيانا يقول إنما إلهكم الله. نفس المعنى يا أبا أنوار. نعم. فلا بد تفهم هذا أنت يا عبد الكريم. You have to understand that when you see that in the book of Allah. Now, when you look in the book of Allah, you don't have those old glasses. You have like new glasses. It has peripheral vision. You're looking like, oh, now I see, yeah, right. You have to look at it with full vision, everything, every nook and cranny. When you look at the book of Allah, oh, why did Allah put this? The speech of Allah. Yeah, why did Allah put that? Why did Allah do that? And it's for a reason. طيب إن شاء الله نكتفي بهذا القدر اليوم يا إخوة. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. وعليكم السلام. خلني أخلك هذا.